Hi, it's Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. When I took out some phrases out of my vocabulary, I'm not a racist, I realized that I was kind of left with this gap because I really didn't understand how to look at my racism. Because it's certainly not overt, but I know it has to be there because I'm part of a culture, that a society where racism is systemic. I really didn't know where to start with it. And I certainly didn't want any pats on the back or from anybody saying, hey, good for you looking into this. It just, that's not where I was. It was just like intellectual curiosity to begin with. In the last few days, I've stumbled on a sociologist, uh, Robin DiAngelo, and she's recently has a number one bestseller called White Fragility. And in that, she talks about the white race, what it is to be white in America, and to be what that means as how our racism develops. I'm just at the beginning of looking at her work, but one of the quotes that she shares that really helped me to start to dive into this a little bit more was from J. Keulani Kuani, and I'm sure I'm not saying that right, so I apologize. But racism is a system, it's not an event. Racism is a system, it's not an event. And that little nugget is helping me to begin to dive into understanding my racism better. And mostly, I just kind of need to shut up about it in the company of people of color, black people, and listen more and be willing to be accountable for when I make racist, whatever, comments, whatever they are, actions. Remembering that I'm part of a system, that it's part of who I am because I am part of the system. And it doesn't, and it means that I can change, but it takes an awareness and a willingness to be aware. So obviously, this is a really uncomfortable conversation, and that's something that Robin DiAngelo talks about, is how uncomfortable it is for white people to talk about race and have those conversations. But I think it's really necessary right now. I think that the soul of our country is crying out to, let's deal with this. Let's just deal with the systemic racism that is in the fabric of our nation. We have to. Because there's too many really great principles of governance that are in the foundation of our country to just give it up to some old ways of thinking, to a consciousness that no longer serves us. So I will share a link to Robin DiAngelo, one of her YouTube or two of her YouTube videos. She's out there on YouTube. Her book is White Fragility. If anybody's interested in reading it and having a conversation with me, I'd be really open to that. Anyway, so with that, I send you love and blessings, whether I know who you are or not. And as always, remember what Ernest Holmes said: there's a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, and you can use it. And as I like to add, that power for good, it can use you too. Until next time.